Hey, friends, welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Show Me the Collectibles. I'm your host, Q, aka my real name. Now, you might recognize me from another podcast that I have. It's called Friends of the Squared Circle, where we discuss wrestling. With that being said, if you are like me, you want to be down with the 313. Check out our sponsors over there at Wrestling from the 313. And last but not least, let's check out our friends at Superior Creations for all your custom tumbler needs. You can see all those happy wrestlers with their own custom tumblers. Get yours today at facebook.com/Superior Creations. And there we are. How are you doing, Alexa?
I'm good. How are you?
Perfect. I am doing great. I am so excited to have you on. I know we chatted a little bit off camera as well as through social media, but you have a unique collection and I'm ready to see it. So
I'm so flattered. Thank you for having me again. Seriously, I'm going to tell you that probably 8 times. So just for you guys at home or whoever's watching, I'm more of a nostalgia collector. So I'm really big on like 80s, 90s, early 2000s collecting. That's kind of my niche. Pretty much what I grew up with, really. So that's more my thing. So I was going to show you a few pieces from my childhood that I got or I bought recently to add to my collection. Okay. So one of the things I love to show off first is my Pocket Pikachu.
that's it.
I had this as a child. So I actually did have this when I was a little kid.
Okay.
And I remember I bought it at Toys R Us back when Toys R Us existed. And
that's a store, people, if you don't know. Just kidding.
It was a toy store, for us children when we had toy stores. It was a big toy store. And anywho, I bought this with my allowance as a child, and I missed this. It really was kind of a POS product, honestly. Like, it was one of those products that, like, I think it was, the Tamagotchi was super popular at one point. And then I think Pokemon was just trying to release anything that they could to make money. So I think this was just part of it. But it still works and everything. I mean, it does the job. I got it off eBay. So one of my favorite pieces. I don't know. It's nostalgic for me.
Reminds me of the KFC one they had back in the day where you could raise your little chickens and stuff. So, yeah.
Are you serious? I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, I'd have to send it to you. I mean, there's a bunch of, like, McDonald's had them, I think, and KFC had some as well. So.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to the Colonel, right? Yeah,
yeah. I'm dying. I have to see that. Okay, this is not like in the plastic, so I'm not the best collector because a lot of my stuff's like out of box or whatever. But I don't know if you guys remember these. I love Pokemon, so this is the yo-yo they made.
Oh, okay.
So they made like a few lines of yo-yos. So I guess it was like Blastoise, Mewtwo, Charmander. Can you see it? Sorry.
Yeah, there's a little glare, but we're good. We're good. Yep.
Trying to show it off. There we go. I don't know. But this was a piece I had as a child too. I didn't have the specific one. It's a crappy yo-yo though. It's very heavy. Like, it's not very it's more of a durable collector item. I can tell, like, I don't think a kid would have luck with this. I have tried using it as a yo-yo. Doesn't really work.
Not very good at the yo-yo, are you?
I'm actually good at a yo-yo.
Okay.
It was very heavy. Like, they've made it, the whole point of a yo-yo, I think, is supposed to be lighter up here.
Gotcha.
And it's very heavy. It also lights up. So this one lights up quite a bit, but it's I was like, nah, man, this is maybe a user error, but I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I remember in middle school, those were like the fad. Like, everyone had one.
Yeah.
I wasn't any good.
I wasn't as a kid. So my string would always get stuck, or it would fall all the way down. And then my friend taught me the trick that you take your wrist and you roll it down, then you roll back up.
Oh, okay.
So you have to take your wrist, roll down, roll back up. And I was like, oh, damn. And this guy at a kiosk showed me that.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, well, shit, if I knew that as a kid, I would have fit in better.
Yeah, right. Like,
I would have been cooler back then.
Yeah, I could master the walk the dog by dragging it behind me. That was like the only trick I knew because I couldn't do anything else. I think I just had it so I could just go up and down and just, kind of be cool like the other kids. So.
Yeah, that was cool, and rollerblading was cool. And then Pokemon. So, like, they released, I think, the Game Boy Color. So the red and the blue, I think they came out in 98 or 97. I remember them being really popular. And so I don't have those. I didn't add those to my collection. But I did find one of these guys. This is one of the plushie toys for Pokemon.
Okay.
I'm trying to show it on the camera. Hold on. Can you see?
Yep, I can see. Yep.
Okay. It's more like it's hard for me to see as a judge. But I don't know. I guess they made, like, I don't know what this toy's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be like a squeeze toy, like a stress ball.
Okay.
But I actually have a soft spot for this Pokemon. I don't know why. He just looks so friendly. Poliwhirl's always been my favorite. No clue why. He just looks cool. I like the circle. I don't know. I always was amused by water Pokemon growing up. Like I still like the water Pokemon. I think the best. It's like water than fire. I think for me.
Yeah, Tentacruel is my favorite. So I don't know
Really?
why
I've
it just
never
looks.
heard that.
Yeah, I know. I'm an odd duck. I don't try to follow the same. Everybody likes the 3
Charizard.
starters. I'm like,
Blastoise.
he's just a giant jellyfish, and he's huge. So I like him. So yeah.
Like I get it. I mean, I get it. I think my favorite's always going to be Gyarados, though. Always going to be Gyarados. Yeah. I just don't have any Gyarados figures. And then this is not wrapped, but I did find the 1994 Power Ranger.
No way. You're into Power Rangers? That's so cool.
So it is the original.
Oh my gosh. I am so jealous of you right now.
So it is the original, and I confirmed that because I looked at I think, So this is the, So I was pretty excited to buy this one. Not going to lie. So
that is so cool.
Yeah. Now, I think what they did was they re-released it. So I don't know if this is the exact original. You guys can tell me in the comments, or you can tell me, but they told me it was, but I don't know. Who knows? But I was still pretty amazed by it.
Yeah, that's definitely something that is in the works that I hope to start collecting soon. I have to finish some of my Jurassic Park stuff, but then I'm going to get those McDonald's toys from the 90s when they had the Zords that they could sit in.
Yes.
I think I've told this story before, but like we had a math test, those ones where they make you try to go as fast as you can in multiplication and stuff. And we were working on the 9s, and my aunt showed me this trick where you write it out, and it's like 1 times 9 is 9, then it's 18, and it goes in chronologically order or whatever down the side, and it always equals 9. So like I remembered that, wrote it on the side, and I flew through that test because they were giving away prizes, and they were those Power Ranger toys, and I didn't have the 2 that they were giving away. And yeah, I will always go back to 9 multiplication, how I got my pink and yellow Ranger. I was so excited, even though I lied and said it was for my sister. They were for me, but yeah.
Hey, listen, they were all great toys. These were, I would love to buy the Megazord.
Right.
Super expensive though. I have gone to like my local toy stores. I have quite a few that I like to go to.
Okay.
And it's just it's very expensive. I think it was like $250.
Oh,
and I was like, a little out of budget for me.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you there.
Yeah, and so I was like, this is just unreasonable. But speaking of McDonald's, this is not McDonald's, but I did find this Casper.
Oh, nice.
And this is from Burger King when they did the promotion for the film. So this is the 1995 Casper. So it's, I guess they were meant to be finger puppets for children, I guess. Like, my hand cannot fit in this shit, but, I mean, listen, I thought this was much bigger, and then I saw it in person, and I was like, this is the size? Okay, that makes more sense why it would be a Happy or a Burger King toy versus you buy this. Because I remember the parents had to buy stuff separately from like, sometimes they would make exclusive stuff back then, and it would be like the puppets. They did this for, I think, Casper, and I remember they did it for Toy Story, and I know they did it for Hunchback of Notre Dame. They made puppets.
Okay.
But I think the parents had to buy them separately or something. But I think these actually came with the meals though, because I saw something on YouTube.
Yeah, I know Pizza Hut did some back in the day. I've got like Beauty and the Beast, Land Before Time.
Really?
As well as Enrico's. Yeah. I don't know where they are.
Those. I would die.
Yeah, I'll have to like send you something to show you.
You gotta send me screenshots. Yes.
Oh, we'll do. Now that we're friends, yeah.
We're friends. Yes. You gotta send me that
like that. When you busted out that Power Ranger, I'm like, we're gonna get along great.
We're good. We're good. No, and then actually, speaking of which, I did want to show you all this. So I know this was a crappy movie, but I did find this. The promotional toys from Phantom Menace. So I found this one. This is the one, I don't like to open it up because this is the original box, but I'll take it out anyway. It's fine. So it's like a Rubik's Cube, but it changes from in the Darth Vader.
I think I've seen those one.
Phantom Menace when they were I remember they were promoting the hell out of this movie. They were promoting it like
everywhere.
Everywhere. It was like, because I know that Pizza Hut and Taco Bell and KFC were owned by the same person. So I think all of them were doing some sort of promotion for the movie in 1999. And I remember they had the cups and all that good stuff. I want to get the cups. But they had so many of these different like meals and toys and stuff. I thought that was kind of a fun little knick-knack. I mean, even if like, because Star Wars was always known for the toys. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
the movies are amazing, but what made them the money was the toys, you know? I saw this documentary on Netflix, and they were talking about how that's how they made their money. Like, that's how they became known, was their toys first.
Mm-hmm.
They actually released their toy line before the movie even came out.
Yeah, and no one I think would, if I remember right, would take them on. So they went with that, the one they ultimately went with, and then just like exploded in how like the company became so rich. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was it? It wasn't Mattel. It was.
Starts with an N, I thought, or L. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Let me know if someone can comment in your comments and let me know, because I honestly can't think of it right now. But
yeah,
I know,
somebody like my buddy Randy will probably go in there and complain that I didn't know the name. That's a inside joke on the other show.
I'm ashamed over here. I'm like, why?
That's all right.
I'm like, man, I don't know that. Oh well. But those are the few pieces I'd love to show. I mean, I'm happy to show more, but you just tell me if you have time or.
Yeah, if you want to show a couple more, and we can get you on here for more of a theme next time. That's usually what we do, is just try to introduce you to the crowd, and then this is kind of your introduction to see how you like it as well. Obviously, we're bonding. I'm going to show you some stuff when we're off camera. I'm going to run on the living room and show you a couple things. But
I would be so down. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to show a couple more off, and then we get where people can find you on social media and plug your brand as well. So that's what we're here for. So
thank you. I do want to show off this. So I bought the Pokemon poster. I don't know if you can see it very well. I bought the Pokemon poster from Burger King, the original poster that they had to promote all the toys. Mm-hmm. Now, what's interesting about this, and what I didn't realize, is these were recalled.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that? Yeah, they were recalled.
I did not know.
Yes, they had these toys out, and apparently a parent complained with a tub toy or something, and they got recalled.
Go figure.
I never knew that, and I had found that out later in life. I was like, oh, I guess they tried to hide it, but they were like, oh yeah, I guess they were out for a couple weeks, or maybe a month, maybe. So I think enough people were able to get the toys, because they resell pretty well on eBay and stuff. But I was like, man, I gotta get the poster. It's so nostalgic. Like, that's so iconic of my time, Yep. Yeah. So I was like, I gotta find this thing, and I was like, yeah, it exists. Okay, cool.
I would love one of those displays, like from any of the things I collect, like Jurassic Park, or the cups from Batman, the glass ones that McDonald's have. Like, I've seen them at yard sales, so like I know they're out there, so it's not like a hurry up and buy kind of thing. But it's like, they're overpriced. I'm not paying $6 a glass. Do
you follow Retro Rick?
Possibly. I'm not quite sure.
Go follow him. He always finds the cups. Like, he followed. I know what you're talking about. Like the glass cups. Yep. They have they have them in the Flintstones too. But they have Batman, and I've seen them a few times. So I know what you're talking about. When they were releasing, I think it was Batman Returns, maybe, and they were doing
Batman Returns. Yep, with Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Yep.
Yeah, so they were doing a bunch of promotional stuff at that point, and I would love to find those cups too. So if you find them, let me know.
I think they're out there a lot more than people think. It's just, obviously it's glass, so it's harder for people to. And that's another thing, I don't want to buy them on eBay, because it's like a friend of mine bought one of the Lord of the Rings ones that lit up, and the whole package was destroyed, and one survived out of like 6 or 8 that he got. So luckily the guy refunded him, but like it's. That's one thing I don't like about eBay is, trying to get something secure,
It's hard. It's very hard. I bought my TV behind me on eBay, and I will be honest, I don't know for sure. I looked at the picture. There is a crack at the top.
Gotcha.
It's not the worst, but I'm like, man, it's probably because of the way they packaged it. And I remember it came in, and the box kind of being like bent on top. And I had to go up to USPS to get it. Like, they didn't bring it to my door. So I had to go up there one day, and it turned out it had been there for like a month, and no one told me. So I went up there one day, and I was like, oh, hey, by the way, can I come get my TV? And it's just frustrating, because I was like, man, dang it, eBay, but you just never know what you're going to get with eBay. That's half the problem, right? You don't know. And so I agree with you. You got to be careful what you buy on there, for sure.
Yeah, lucky for me, I only just order like sports cards. So those come pretty easily packed. I haven't had any issues there. I have a lot of friends that work in the Postal Service, so it's kind of funny. Like, I give them a hard time. Like, one of the local promoters, he's kind of in that field and stuff. He's a big boss there, but I gotta throw my buddy Loopy under the bus. He sent me some salsa, not this, great salsa I got from my other sponsor on my other
Oh,
show.
nice.
He sent me some hot sauce and it got destroyed. And I made a
No.
video for him and was like, "See, it's broke, Loopy. I'm not lying to you." And then I had to throw him under the bus when he was on my podcast. But yeah, you never know what you're gonna get with a postal service. So
That's so true. I
mhm.
don't even like get my hopes up anymore. If eBay, I buy VHSs on eBay because they're cheap, So
And
I
she
do have
likes
a VHS
VHS. What?
collection.
Yep.
What?
I got all like bunch of VHS out there of the Black Diamond Disney movies because I like the cover art. I always thought those were cool as a kid. And I'll go into like Goodwill or Savers, which we have here, and I'll pick up the VHS and I'll take out the sleeve and then put the case in another case or a different color, depending on what I like. And my friend will be like, "What are you doing? They're going to yell at you." I'm like, "It's 35 cents for this movie. I'm pretty sure they're happy that I'm buying this damn thing. Who
Yeah.
cares?"
I don't think.
And then I'll just get the nicer case and then I get out of there, so.
I feel kind of ashamed because I never thought of doing that. Because like I've seen some movies that I'm like, man, I would love to get this. I love the
Yep.
cover art, like you said. And then I'm like, well, no, because the box is destroyed. And then
Mhm.
I'm like, well, crap. If I can switch the boxes, I had never thought of that. Damn.
Yeah, I
I'll do
mean,
that next
the worst
time.
thing they're going to do is tell you not to do it. Then you just don't do it next time.
Right. I'm like, oh,
Or you can
sorry, I didn't know
start.
that was a
Yeah,
policy. Is that a policy?
yeah. I mean, just imagine getting arrested for switching out a sleeve from another VHS tape. What a time to be alive.
I think the cop would be like, VHS? Oh, you're 25. You don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
VHS. No.
yeah, I got a little ghost here. Where is he? Holding a VHS tape there because VHS, passed away.
I
I miss
know.
the VHS days. Just putting it in and going, yep, earliest memory of movies right there. So
Yeah, same here. Same here.
kids don't know the struggle, but yeah. So where can our friends and your followers, my followers, where can they find you?
It's actually just my name. So on TikTok,
Okay.
you can find me. It's my name, Alexa Kachinska. You just literally type my name in and you will find me pretty easily. It's a long name. So, I like to keep it really difficult for everyone. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Just look up my name, Alexa Kachinska. And definitely, I would love to see you guys.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on here. We'll have to get you on. We'll have to deep dive into that collection. So
Yes.
thank you for showing us your collectibles. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me, Cal. I always enjoy hanging out, and I'm glad I got to do this.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited that we were able to make this work, as well as this is a new friendship that we keep going forward. Show off those collectibles, and then the nice thing about this is a good Midwest goodbye. The 5 times we say goodbye, but like you say, anybody ever looking for anything, just hit me up. I'm always out and about, shopping myself. So.
No, for sure, man. I definitely want to see your collection. You've gotten me intrigued
Perfect.
now. So I'm like, I have so many
Yeah,
questions.
mine's all out there. It's just organized right now, and I just finally we got our spare room back, and it's mostly just my wrestling stuff for the wrestling podcast. So I have a cool background. So
I understand. I feel that.
perfect. All right. Once again, I can't say thank you enough, and till next time. Thank you for showing me your collectibles.
Till next time, my friend. Take care. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
Bye.
All right.